Growing up, I had a lot of struggles with my mental health, and it was very frustrating because I had actively sought out for help, and I was seeing a counselor, but I felt that they were never really listening to me, and they were just giving me generic statements that I didn't even really feel applied to what I was saying, and it was incredibly frustrating. And I think that was the moment that I realized that I wanted to do psychology and I wanted to support people and do better than that. I didn't want anyone else to be in the situation that I was in.
NiteLine is an out-of-hours peer support service for third-level students. So we're open essentially when most other support services are closed. And we open 7 nights a week. So we take phone calls, instant messages from students. They might be stressed about exams. They might be finding it tough living with roommates maybe for the first time. They might just want to chat. So we take anything and everything really. So in a year we take about 2,000 contacts. Usually 75% of those would be from instant messaging, and then 25% is phone calls. We have 88 volunteers at the moment, and we have 19 trainees. We take students from all years. You could be a first year, you could be a final year, you could be a mature student, you could be 18 and just in your first couple of months, because we want it to be genuine peer support. We're not trying to pick the people who are the most settled or who have all the answers. So every year we appoint a public face for each college. We have 6 partner colleges in Dublin, and generally our volunteers are anonymous. We don't want callers thinking, oh no, my friend's going to pick up the phone. You know, people want it to be anonymous and they want it to be confidential. But equally, when we had no public faces, the feedback was, well, you say you're run by students. I've never met anyone who volunteers with you, so we didn't really seem real. So we have 1 public face per college, and then some of them stay on for more than just that 1 year. So now we've built up a few public faces in some of our colleges.
My current job title is a public face, so I do stuff like this. I do chats and interviews with people, but I also do self-care workshops and live videos, stuff like how to support your friend. We are just students, we're not professionals in any way, and I think that's sort of the appeal to it. You know that the person on the other end is also a student. If you're calling in with college, stress and deadlines coming up, we know how it is. We also have 3 or 4 deadlines coming up in the next week. It's kind of nice in that sense where you know that the person on the other end also sort of understands how you feel.
Hello, my name is Graham and I am public face for NiteLine for Trinity College Dublin.
My name's Aoife and I'm the ECD public face.
My name is Isabel Dobbin-Sears. I'm the public face for our CSI.
In NiteLine we take calls that kind of range from everything from just loneliness and just kind of everyday problems to much more serious problems. So sometimes we take calls that can deal with, very serious topics like self-harm or suicide. As a volunteer, when we take those calls, it can sometimes be stressful, but luckily we have very strict training.
In training, the most important thing that we do is teach new volunteers about our 4 pillars. So those would be anonymity, confidentiality, non-directive, and non-judgmental. So once a volunteer understands those, it's very easy for them to take calls. It's more a matter of showing them where in aspects of a conversation they might be being directive or being judgmental without really realizing it.
We're a non-directive service, and what that means is that we're not actually allowed to give advice to the students, but we're completely there to explore feelings and emotions and thoughts, and help them to come to their own conclusions.
But really all we can do and all we want to do is just be there for them, let them talk to us and explain how they feel, and then maybe see how they feel at the end of the call.
One of our main phrases in NiteLine is that no problem is too big or too small, and that's a really important take-home message from NiteLine, is the fact that we're there to listen to every type of call that the caller wants to talk about.
But I think that everybody does struggle with their mental health sometimes. It's not as easy as just having good mental health or poor mental health. Everybody's on a journey together. So if you are struggling with something, it's really important to reach out and be able to talk to someone about it. Maybe that might not be your friend, maybe it might not be a family member, but there's always going to be somebody there who's available to talk to you, to listen to what you're feeling, and that's really the most important step for a lot of people.
A color crayon. We were running through the fields, you had flowers in your hand. We were all chasing phantoms. Baby, you would hold them still and I'd grab on. Yeah, well, if you're scared of the dark, let the run down street lights be your star. Sing it